Today's story is about the shy seahorse and the big parade. Deep down in the sparkling blue ocean, all the sea creatures were buzzing with excitement. Tomorrow was the great underwater parade, a yearly celebration where every creature showed off their colors, dances, and songs. Clara the clownfish twirled between coral branches, practicing her spins. Benny the blue crab clicked his claws to make a cheerful rhythm. Even the jellyfish were glowing brighter than usual, lighting up the water like lanterns. But hiding behind a tall seaweed forest was Sammy the Seahorse. Sammy had the shiniest golden tail in the ocean, but he was terribly shy. "I can't join the parade," he whispered to himself. "Everyone will laugh if I try to dance." Just then, his best friend, Tilly the turtle, swam by. "Sammy, aren't you coming to practice?" she asked kindly. Sammy shook his tiny head. "I'm too small, too quiet, I'll just watch." Tilly smiled gently. "Sammy, the parade isn't about being the biggest or the loudest. It's about sharing what makes you special." That night, Sammy curled up near a rock cave, but he couldn't sleep. He wanted to believe Tilly's words, but he didn't feel special at all. Suddenly, a sharp shadow swept over the reef. A large net, dropped by a passing fishing boat, drifted down and trapped some of the smaller fish. Clara the clownfish and a few of her friends wriggled, but the net was too tight. "Help, someone help us," Clara cried. The crabs tried to snap the ropes, but their claws kept slipping. The jellyfish floated nervously away. Sammy's heart raced. He wanted to swim and hide, but he also knew his friends needed him. Taking a deep breath, Sammy swam closer. With his curly golden tail, he hooked onto the netting and began to weave and pull. Twist by twist, he created a small opening. "Swim through, quick," he urged. One by one, the trapped fish slipped out. When Clara was finally free, the net drifted away with the current. Everyone stared in amazement at Sammy. "You saved us," Clara exclaimed. "You're braver than you think," added Tilly proudly. Sammy's cheeks turned pink, but deep down, he felt a new warmth in his heart. For the first time, he wasn't thinking about being too small or too shy. He was just happy he had helped. The next day, the parade began. The dolphins leapt and flipped through hoops of bubbles, the starfish waved their arms like dancers, and the octopus juggled seashells to the crowd's delight. Sammy peeked from behind the seaweed. The memory of the net gave him courage. He swam out, his golden tail shining, and twirled gracefully among the coral. The crowd clapped and cheered louder than ever. From that day on, Sammy never hid during the parade again. He knew he had a brave heart and a gift only he could bring. The end. Today we learned that everyone has something special to share, even if it looks small or different. You don't need to be the loudest, the fastest, or the biggest to shine. What truly matters is being yourself and using your unique gifts to help others. Never hide your light or compare yourself to others, because the ocean and the world are brighter when everyone shines in their own way.